Good morning, Capricorns. How are you guys doing this morning? Good afternoon, good evening. If you're watching this recorded, my name is Patti. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot. This is for the week of the 13th of September through the 19th. Wow, cannot believe it. Happy birthday to the Virgos. Yes. Anyway, this is just, we just got done doing a new moon reading because I am recording this on the 7th. If we are in the new moon energies. If you did not get to see that, please go ahead and look at that. I will put that in the link below because you will have these energies if you're watching this prior until about the 9th. Okay, so this is really important to understand because we've got a lot of retrogrades happening. We also have planets moving around. We had a trampoline square. We had a bunch of sextiles, that kind of thing happening. So it's going to really affect some of your energies and communication. So Mercury's getting ready for this retrograde at the end of the month, and definitely is going to create a little bit of confusion. So in your reading, the 13th through the 19th, we're getting ready to go into the full moon because the full moon is, I believe, on the 20th. And so the 18th, 19th, 20th is going to be some of those energies, definitely. So we'll see where that is going to go. For those of you that are brand new, welcome, welcome. I appreciate it. I've got a bunch of cards over here I pick and pull from. So that's, you see me reaching, that's what I'm doing. And for those returning, I thank you for supporting my channel all this time. I appreciate it as it slowly grows, but I am fine with that. I am fine with that. Definitely, this is about relationship with you guys. I really want a relationship with my community here, and that's what's important. So I'm going to do a little bit different today. So I started doing this last week, and I'm going to continue with it because there's a lot of low vibrational energies out there. And I would really like to find out what might be going on in your past, Capricorns, your current past, present, and future. Current past being now and say maybe 6 months previous or 3 months previous. I really want to find out what is happening because it seems like that keeps popping up. Seems like there's a lot of low vibrations going on there. So that means that maybe there's more people that are more depressed, frustrated, anxiety, really struggling with something internally, that kind of a thing. So I'm going to do that here starting just at least for this month to see where we're at with these low vibrations. All right. So we have the Divines card. I still am going to pull Divines card. I will never stop doing that because that's why this channel is here, because it is divine driven, divine guided, and that's our source. The tarot is just a resource. Tarot is the resource, the telephone, but divine is the source. All right. So we have the card 11, which is a master number from Divine, saying pay attention because this has something to do spiritually with you, something that worked with you internally, working with that. The card is perfect harmony, though. Okay. And that's what divine is. Divine is perfect harmony with mind, body, and soul. Mind, spirit, and soul. I'm not even saying that right. Mind, spirit, and body. Oh my goodness. But that's, he is in perfect balance. He also understands the parts that we don't understand. So here we go, guys. Because I haven't had this card before, so I'm going to read it from the author. So you're entering a time of healthy, harmonious partnerships. This would be good news, wouldn't it? Collaboration is the key here, and you're invited to explore the potential inherent in making commitment to another person, group, or even yourself. Know that you're bringing different gifts to the table. You don't have to be exact, lockstep with everyone else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. You are a note in the harmony that neither overpowers nor underpowers by any other. I think I read that wrong. You are a note in a harmony that neither overpowers nor it overpowered by another. I need reading lessons today. Your beautiful independence allows you to shine. So definitely this is about you being a note in the symphony, but it also is a time of partnership. That's what this is all about. Partnershiping either with yourself, with somebody else, or it could be something related to work. But this is putting things together, making things work more harmoniously, if that is a word. Okay, so this is divine. It's the number 11, which is a very, very spiritual number. It's also the number 2. So it's sort of like a message coming to you from the other side, divine, Holy Spirit, Sacred One, whatever you choose to call your higher power. But it is definitely trying to put something together for you, which is a great time, especially in this new moon energy. If you're watching this again before the um, 13th, we're in new moon energy. So this is really, really important. What's really interesting is the next card, which is your current past. This is part that I really want to sort of see what's going on, because your current past is the number 5. It's very unstable. And it is also about magic prayer. So somebody actually doesn't, I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I hope you guys can see me. It seems dark in here for some reason today. Maybe there's a shadow. But this is magic prayer. This is something that somebody does not do. They fight it. This is an internal fight, whether to pray or meditate or focus, take time to really focus in on inner self. This is the time that is not harmonious. This is the time where you're fighting and struggling against somebody or something. That came out interesting. Who you're fighting. But the thing is that there is that lack of prayer or meditation, which we all need to do, because it's just a quiet time, guys. It's just a quiet time where you sit and you think, and your mind is really not on anything, but you're waiting to hear maybe a message, a nudge, or answer, or whatever from divine. And sometimes it's just to breathe, because a lot of the times when we meditate, we just focus in on our breathing. When we pray, we focus in on our breathing. Some people do, some people don't when they pray. But the thing is, this is lacking in your life for somebody. Some Capricorn, it's lacking. And that's why things are sort of not working out the way that you want them to. So you have the number 10, which is the dragon's lair. And that is about your shadow work. This is about something that may be coming up or currently coming up that you've got to be really, really aware, because it may take you in the wrong direction. And this is a shadow. Okay, this is definitely some energies that are working that are need to be paid attention to. Okay, and this is also to your shadow work. This is taking chances and risks that might put you in a situation that you don't want to be in. I see a ripple effect. As I see water, like a rock falling in, but then I see ripples. And what that means is whatever you do and whatever you choose to do will ripple out, not only to you, but it'll affect other people and other people around you. So you have to make wise choices. Again, it's about bringing things into harmony, into balance, and bringing things together. Okay. And that could be that some person or work or you, but maybe this is you having to work on you. But because your future energy is the number 3 and the field of dreams. This is something you have to acknowledge that this is what you can have. Definitely what you can have. This is the field of dreams is your wants, your desires for your soul and your spirit, what they want. But again, we've got a little work apparently to do, because somebody's taking risks or not thinking about the choices that they're doing, and then finding out later they shouldn't have done it because the harmony is off. Okay, and divine saying, I'm trying to give this to you, but your harmony is off. All right, so let's find out what your reading is going to say for this week. But I do say your current past card is something really to focus in on, because that's going to change the trajectory of these two. Okay, from taking risks and poor choices or things not working out the way that you want. A lot of that has to do with going to your source, your higher power, your meditation, your prayer and things, and saying, okay, why isn't this working out? What lesson am I not learning? I do this all the time because I'm always learning a lesson, trust me. So you want to go to divine or sacred one or the angelic realm, or whoever you go to. I just go to the big kahuna. I just say, because I've had a relationship with him since I was young. And he'll send people through. He'll send my mother through sometimes. He'll send other people through. But definitely the angels will sit there and go up and down the ladder for you. Definitely. All right. And if somebody's saying, like, what does she mean by the angels go up and down the ladder? They used to, in the Bible, they call it the Jacob's ladder, because when you give praise, it takes it up to divine. And then when the more you give praise, the more you are abundantly blessed, kind of a thing. So they come down and bless. Okay, so that's where that comes from. All right, so let's see what's going on here for you guys for this week. All right. And don't forget, too, I really, really appreciate all those. I noticed that more people are liking my channel. I really thank you for smashing that like button. It means a lot to all YouTube creators, because YouTube bases a lot of spreading our videos out based on that like smash button. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let me do a little bit of numerology here first. Let me look at all the numbers that we're going into. We've got some things ending and new beginnings starting out, which definitely that's going to be a choice and a decision here. Definitely with that. Let's see here. We got 5, 8, 10, 5. Ooh, a lot of unstableness, a lot of uncertainty. 13, so that's 4. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but the thing is, I'm going to keep going back to Divine's card, because that is the 11, and that is the master number of spiritual. But we also have your first card out is death. Okay. And so what that means to me in a good way, that really means to me in a good way, because it is also the number 4, trying to bring stability, trying to bring that harmony in. And that is based from your past, current past. The death is that maybe realizing that sometimes we have to pray, or we have to meditate, or take 5 minutes out in your car and just be quiet before you go into the house, or before you go into your work, or whatever. This is something that is going to end in something new. But it is definitely something that you're going to have to stand up for yourself in. You're going to have to stand up for your boundaries. You're going to have to stand up for your standards. You're going to have to stand up for that, because there's something that you cannot see that is happening underground, which is Divine's power, because we have death, 5 of swords, and then we have the moon. Okay, so when that happens to me, I'm looking at and pulling in the energies from Divine, or whoever is giving me the knowledge there, is that there's something hidden that you cannot see. And that's when I say the Divine's working in the dark, to bring possibly a person forward, or bring whatever it is to bring you harmony and peace and calmness in your life again. This is definitely somebody's in a low vibrational energy. Somebody is just like having a crappy time, put it that way. Or they're not being able to make a decision, or they're going through a struggle that they just can't seem to get through. Or, they're trying to hold things together, and they just are seeming to fall apart. That's why if you're not praying on it, if you're not asking for Divine's help, guidance, support, protection, light around you, then this low vibration comes in, because somebody's speaking it. If you speak it, low vibrations can hear it. If you don't speak it, then only Divine and the angelic realm can hear it. Makes sense? I don't know if it makes sense to you, but that's the way it is, because as soon as you speak it, the adversary's right there to test you, to give you a deterrent, to give you a distraction, to get you away from the focus that you really, really want, if that makes sense. Okay. So then we have the 8 of Pentacles in your center. So somebody really wants to work hard and make better decisions, because we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And again, this is something that's really important, because somebody's taking risks that they shouldn't. Somebody's doing things without thinking first. It's sort of like letting your body take over and your mind just sort of goes on in sleep kind of a thing. Sort of like when people go on first dates. I hate to say this, you go on a first date, you get all caught up in the moment, and before you know it, you're sleeping with somebody you shouldn't be sleeping with. All right. So there's definitely some hard work that needs to happen here with some decisions. We have the Five of Wands. So we have the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands here, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is your challenge card. So, and what I find interesting is that you have the Eight of Pentacles right in the center of your reading. What does that mean? Well, your challenge card is that you don't see the hard work and the rewards that are being produced in this dark, in the underground. You don't see the connections. You don't see the harmony that's being built, so somebody gives up. It's easy to give up, but it's really hard to stick through the hard work to, almost to the end. This is nine's almost to the end, but it is also a very intense number, a very forward in your face number. But the thing is, somebody gives up way too easy. So whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing, stick through it. Stick whatever through it, because your future card is the Field of Dreams, the number 3. And that's acknowledging that that can come forward for you. All right. So, man, things happen in the dark. It's like I talk about the garden a lot. Okay. Some people say, oh, divine works in the dark. He does. But also to think of it this way, as I use the garden a lot, because a lot of the times I'm visual. So hopefully everybody else can get what I'm saying, and it makes it easier to think about, is that when you plant a seed, and this is the time, if you're watching this and you haven't watched the new moon video, this is the time to plant your seed of what you want that is going to be beneficial and good for you. But when we plant a seed, we plant it, we put a little water on it, we put a little food on it, fertilizer, whatever, and we wait. That's the hardest time, isn't it? But the thing is, when we wait, we wonder, is it growing? Is it not growing? Is it going to pop up? Is it not going to pop up? Am I going to have some good vegetables, or am I going to have nothing? We sit there and we wonder and wait, rather than just let the process go. Water, go feed, let it go. Water, feed, let it go, and just go with our day. This is life. And the thing is, all of a sudden it begins to pop up, and you got this little green sprout. Because the work is in the dark. The work is in the dark. Okay, so a lot of people don't believe in that, and they're not following it, and that's where this prayer and meditation and all that kind of stuff happens. Is that's the dark. Is you put your faith and trust in the second dimension. You can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't feel it. You just wonder if it's going to pop up that sprout. But once you see that sprout, then you begin to have faith more, trust more, believe more. Okay, that's your moon. And that's where you got to stop. Somebody is probably like me back in the day, in my other life, as far as before being more spiritual, and actually being fully spiritual. But my mind has to come in because I'm freaking on this earth and I'm human. But I used to start things and stop, start things and stop, start things and stop, rather than persevering through the rough part, the hard part. This is at the center of your reading. When you work hard and you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep your perspectives, and you're making the choice to do that, then you will reap the rewards of this hard work, and you will acknowledge that sticking through it is much better than just giving up. It's like, it's not working out. It's sort of like, I hate to say it, but these YouTube creators like myself, a lot of people go into it for the money, and they're all excited in the very beginning. And what happens is they get excited, but it takes time. And if you have to have, I think it's 1,000 subscribers before you can monetize, and that's all they're worried about is monetizing. And so they get frustrated when they get like me, 200-300 people, and I'm like ecstatic to have 200-300 people, but they get frustrated because it's not happening fast enough. and it's not happening the way that they want, but they don't put in the work. They don't put in the work, and they don't keep persistent. And then after about a year, they drop out. It's like, well, I didn't get my 1,000. Why didn't I get my 1,000? Well, there's a lot that goes into being a YouTube creator. Not only just the learning curve, a massive learning curve, but it's also about content. It's also about how you're presenting for your community, that kind of a thing. But if anybody you see in the YouTube that is over 1,000 people, commend them and smash their like buttons, because they have worked hard to get to that point, but nobody can see that. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You got to put in the hard work. There is definitely something new coming. Remember, divine did say there is something new. This is divine given. This is divine intervened. So I don't know what that newness is in for you, but remember, something is ending as well at the same time. So it could be as easy as ending, okay, you know what? I'm not going to fight praying or meditating. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Ending the thought process of doing something or trying something new. It could be as simple as that. I don't know what it is because there's the moon. Okay, but there is something new. A lot of the wands are about your soul, a lot about communication, a lot. It could be about travel as well. I don't see a bunch of travel here. Trust me, is selling travel right now? I wouldn't be traveling. It's crazy. It's a mess, and the flights are canceling all over the place. It's just nuts. But there is something new coming, definitely to you. I don't know what that or who that is. That it could be a really good thing. Now here we go again. We've got the 8 of, yeah. I have a feeling this is going to just keep repeating. The thing is, somebody isn't taking the rest. Somebody isn't taking the time. Somebody isn't working on themselves, not only for their body, but their mind and spirit. So we have the 4 of Swords, and again, that has to do with creating a balanced lifestyle, the number 4. Okay, so we have again the number 8. Got to work through. You got to persevere. Somebody just keeps taking risk after risk after risk. And remember, I said that's a ripple effect. But the thing is, if you hold on and keep doing the work, look at the beautiful rewards. Financially, there's something there for you. So if you're working on a project, whatever it is, or a job, and think positive about it and pray about it before you go in, even if you absolutely hate your job, you're in the wrong job for one. But if you absolutely hate it and you pray on it and just give me, keep the light surrounding me, allow me to be joyful even in this crappy place. Been there, done that. But the thing is, then you're going to be rewarded, but you're also going to be rewarded financially, because a lot of life has to do about attitude. A lot of life has to do about attitude. So definitely some beautiful balancing coming in here for you. Again, persevere. They keep wanting me to talk about the ripple effect. I'm sure you guys know about the ripple effect, and why they want me to share this, I don't know, but it must be for somebody. So what we don't realize, when we make a decision, whatever it is, whether it's good, bad, or like, oh crap, I made the wrong decision, I got to go back and fix it, or you know what, I shouldn't have thought of or did that, or whatever, shouldn't have bought that because I couldn't afford it, whatever it is, it's always repairable. However, what may not be repairable is the ripple effect. And so when we make a decision, we have to realize stepping out of ourself when we make that decision. Think of it as being selfish. But if we think of others and how it's going to affect them first, that's selfless. So if I make a decision, for example, I live in a house, I need somebody to come in. I've got my family in here, but I need some extra income. So I want to rent a room out. Okay. That's for money that sometimes we have to do that. However, if there's other people in that house, they have to understand how it is going to affect them, and you have to understand how it's going to affect you, because if that person is dirty or not clean or not a good person, you are putting not only people that you love in danger or don't even know. Maybe they're a thief. Maybe they'll go into your room and steal your money. You don't know what that is. So when you make that decision, I need to have extra income, is it a way to not affect other people? If you can find a way. Now, if you get a job and you say, well, okay, I'm just going to get a second job, that doesn't affect other people around you. It just affects you. But you have to see what kind of decision. And it's like, well, I'm going to loan money. Okay, well, when you loan money from somebody, that affects another person. They've worked hard for that money. They've blood, sweat, and tears for that money. And then you go and take it. And if you don't pay it back, that person now has a ripple effect of what they think about your integrity. There's a lot of things that I can give you ripple effects for, but definitely this is your current energy card. Be careful, be mindful, because it is also the number 10. Okay, and that is your first card out. This is your current energy. That if something is going to end, make sure it has, or you make a decision on whatever this is for new, make sure it doesn't have a negative ripple effect. Make it a positive ripple effect. Positive ripple effect would be like I'm driving in McDonald's and I see somebody behind, and it's probably an older car, or maybe it looks like somebody's homeless in their car, and living in their car, and I pay it forward. I buy them their lunch or whatever. That's a positive ripple effect. Give somebody a compliment, positive ripple effect. Tell somebody in your house just how much you care about them, positive ripple effect. But you make a choice about something, and you don't get feedback on the whole ripple effect, then that can create kerfuffle. Yeah, so Divine says there is somebody coming towards you, definitely. This is the 11. This is number 2. These are the two, the same numbers. Somebody is coming forward with like-mindedness. This is really important. I don't know if this is work. You do have pentacles in it. It could be somebody in your work. It's somebody you meet through your work. It could be something of that. I can't tell because we have the moon. But there is definitely a newness. It is definitely divine intervened. This is the second time, and it's of a higher light and higher power. So this is really a good thing because you've got also 2 2s. Again, it becomes the master number. It can be. Sort of the master number, the 11 is like when you look at numerology, the number 11 is sort of like, because it's a number 11/2, you sort of look like, okay, the number 11 is the one who's going out and doing all the acting and doing, if you're like in a play or something, you're doing all the acting and you're doing everything. But then the number 2 is like the sweep up guy afterwards, cleans up and takes care of everything. So they work together very harmoniously. Okay, if that makes sense to somebody. So this is to work very harmoniously. If you pay attention to your ripple effects, you pay attention to making your decisions and choices. Now I'm getting a New York accent. Under prayer and meditation. If you're ever in doubt of what you should do, where you should go, who's going to come back in your life, why haven't they talked to me, you have to take it to prayer and meditation, period. Because the 9 of Pentacles is your challenge card. You can't see it through. You got to see it through. So the only way you can see it through is by asking the second dimension, and that's your divine sacred one, whoever that is to you. All right. Whew. Okay, Capricorns, let's go to love and relationships. Seems like there might be love already here. It could now I say that and people are like, oh love. There's 8 different levels of love. There's 5 different love languages. So that's why I say there could be love here, and everybody's like, ooh, I can't wait. But the thing is, you got to be patient. You got to be wait and watch for that ripple effect. Okay. Yeah. I can't make this up. The resting tree. This is the love card that we're talking about. Love and relationships, patience, stillness. It's also the number 4, bringing balance, bringing harmony. You can't see it. You got to be patient. You got to wait. You got to pray and meditate. You know, what's really funny is if this is a love relationship that is coming, like, you know, or turning into from a friendship to a love relationship, you definitely really want to know where you stand. And that's where those 5 love languages come in and where those 8 love languages come in, to know that where you stand. You got to ask, guys. You got to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Yeah, time to release negativity, low vibrations. This is what's coming in. Somebody doesn't like to pray. Somebody says, oh, that's a bunch of hooey. That's a bunch of hooey. Do you know that meditation and prayer is the telephone? And that definitely it is all about communication. Don't let pride get in your way. 100%. This is I'm going to leave that one down because this one can definitely really ruin a relationship. I don't know who this is for, but definitely really ruin a relationship. And the thing is that relationship, and this could be a friend, this could be a lover, this could be family, this could be intimate, this could be co-workers, could be whatever. This key is a key card. Pride, ego gets in the way because it puts us making decisions at risk, or thinking we know it all, or thinking that we don't even care. It's all about us, what we want to do. This is about your soul and your spirit saying, hey, you know, pay attention because you've been doing things that have been not working too well, that things have been going sort of more so spiraling down, like, why is this happening? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? Why aren't they here? Why aren't they calling me? Why aren't they texting me? Why are they disappeared? Why are they ghosting me? That kind of a thing. So you have to release any type of ego or pride and allow divine to do this work in the dark again with your relationship. It's like you got to sit back and relax. Where is that be still? Yeah, you have to be still. This is the time where the seed is planted in the ground. And if you're just checking in, you'll have to go back and watch the rest of the video to know what I'm talking about. But the seed is in the ground right now. Be patient. Be still. Don't manipulate. Don't make things happen. That's pride. When you try to manipulate, oh, well, he hasn't called me, so I'm going to call him. Or she hasn't, she hasn't said yes, she wants to go out again. Oh, well, I'll call her. It's manipulating it. She said she was going to call me, but she hasn't called me. Should I call her? Should I, those kind of things. So you got to just go with the flow. Let things happen. God's timing is really impeccable. I will tell you, impeccable. In fact, I want to start a book at the last minute because that's when everything happens. Because you know why? You might say, well, that's torture. Why would they do that? Why would God do that? Torture you through that, knowing that He's going to give it to you anyway because He wants to test your patience. He wants to test if you really trust and believe in the second dimension, or are you going to do it yourself? That is pride and ego. I can do it myself. I can make it happen. Well, you go ahead and make it happen. And how many relationships have you been in? Now it's time to sit still and let divine do the work and bring that person forward, because he obviously has some person forward coming for you all over the place. Where did it go? All over the place. He has somebody coming for you. But this is where your patience is going to be tested. That I'm going to say thank you. So he's saying that this is a testing time for your patience, for your perseverance, especially with your work or whatever you're trying to do with money. Somebody's out there job hopping. How's that working? Is that a lot of fun? No, it's not, to keep learning something over and over again. Been there, done that. In my 20s, I won't tell you how old I am today, but in my 20s, early 30s, job hop, job hop, job hop. Because I didn't know even who I was. I really didn't. I thought, what do I want to do? What do I like? Oh, I got to find something. Nope, it wasn't this. Nope, it wasn't this. Because you got to do your homework of finding out who you are so you don't start doing those ripple effects. Somebody's a real risk taker, but it's affecting people around you. Okay. You have your field of dreams. You have everything that you want. And desire, I can't show all these cards at once, but it's going to take sticking through it. All right. Okay, guys. What a reading. This is a beautiful reading, though. If you really pay attention and ask divine, angelic realm, whoever you pray to, I'm sorry, but I go straight to God. I go straight to God, and if he wants to send Jesus or whoever through, then you send it through. But I've had too many witnesses and testimonies. That's why I'm writing books. So, to go through that. So really, with your love and your relationships, let go of the pride, let go of the ego, be still, be patient, wait. Yes, it's been a long time, but it's coming. He shows you it's coming. It's going to be harmony. This is beautiful. This is spiritual harmony. This is two souls connecting in spiritual harmony. That's what you want, because then that's a level that's lasting. All right. So I hope you had a good reading. Don't forget to please like the buttons. Hit that like button if you're just tuning in now. Very good reading. Go back. It has a lot of information in there for you, especially if you're a risk taker or perseverance is not your key. This is something that you'll want to do. And then don't forget the full moon will be on the 20th. Hey, Cheryl. What about career? There's a lot about career in here. You must be just coming in. Go back and watch the video. The reading does talk about career a lot. A lot of that has to do with perseverance and resilience, and that is really huge. And the ripple effect. If you don't know what the ripple effect is, you'll understand once you rewatch the video. But this has been a really, really good reading. If it was mine, I would go back and watch it again, because you've got something good coming. I don't want you to sabotage it. So this is very, very good. And it's all going to be your test is patience, and your test is not affecting others with the decisions you're making as far as being a negative, low vibrational ripple effect. All right. So definitely we will see you again on the 20th. Woo! I'm going to be going to Oklahoma this week, and I'm going to kick some bucket list things out of the thing. Everybody's like, Oklahoma? What's in Oklahoma? Well, I am going to be doing a VIP safari tour at a zoo so that I can touch these big animals I've always dreamed, elephants and bears and, ooh, oh my. That kind of a thing. But it's been a bucket list that I have always dreamed, and I don't know if I'll ever get to an African safari, but if divine allows that, oh my gosh, what a blessing. Or an elephant sanctuary where I can actually just feel the energies of these massive animals and the power between them. That is what's going to happen. So I will take some videos, but probably post them on my travel channel, more so than on here, because this is all about spiritual growth and mind, spirit, and body. So I am getting some downloads from divine to really be adjusting this channel for more spiritual growth, more mind, spirit, body. So you probably see that coming up in the future. But definitely everything is for free. I'm always live. You're always welcome to interact. Love it. And don't forget, emails are free. Everything's free on this channel, pretty much. Okay, unless you want a serious one-on-one, and that takes coaching and stuff like that. And that you'll find on my website. All right. But don't forget, there's other new videos down here. I'm going to post the new moon reading. It was really a big one because of the energies the planets that are happening around it. Really, really huge. That is going to be taking a lot of energy for I'd say up until the 20th at least. So please watch that. The new moon for September 2021 in Virgo. Everything's Virgo right now. We love our Virgos, right? So, and actually my birthday's on the 19th. So, woohoo, we're going to have a lot of fun at the zoo, Oklahoma Zoo. All right. Take care, guys. See you next week. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. And Cheryl, thank you for popping in and asking that. Don't forget to go watch the video and you'll get your answer. All right. Take care.